My name is James Williams Jr. and this is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. This is my final video for tonight, at least I hope it is. This video is about racism. And I want to talk about this because the 3 videos I made for the guy for finding love in Japan. I like him, you guys should probably check him out. Don't check out his racist rant because it probably will offend a lot of people, and no, he is not a racist, but he comes off in that video with just a little bit too much attitude. So I tried to give him less attitude and more facts, but this one is for everyone. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl. I don't care if you're I don't care if you're gay or straight, transgender, or whatever the hell it is. You know, you need to hear this out. Alright? Then I'm going to finish my last mission on Mass Effect. And then I'm going to hell to bed. Not that I have to, but, you know, I got all day tomorrow and the day after that to play video games. So, as a person who's mixed, racism affects me more than it'll affect any of you out here watching. So if you're not mixed, racism really doesn't have that much of an open effect on you. And I'm asking you right now to open your minds, because you're going to need to understand where I'm coming from. My mother's father was mixed, but he could pass as a white man. My father's father was black. My father looked black. His mother was Native American. Her mother was full-blooded Cherokee from the Powhite Reservation. My grandmother is Native American, but we're not really sure where she came from because she was adopted and raised by a black woman. But she's never had a perm, and she's never had nigger hair. Right? And I'm afraid if I've offended you with the word nigger hair, because I'm part black, it doesn't make it racist, but it still sounds racist, because you can ask anybody black who has black people hair, and they'll say, I don't have nigger hair. Alright? Or they'll say, I have nigger hair. But I have mixed hair. My hair is naturally curly. I got enough Royal Crown and baby oil in this shit to cause a car wreck. Alright? Because curls are a pain in the ass to deal with. They really are. And I normally wear a ponytail. Alright. Racism in America is the biggest problem that we have in America. Racism and stereotypes. And the reason that is because instead of addressing it like adults, we find ways to punch people in the face. We find ways to try to do it in secret and wind up making things way worse, like these fucking statue issues and the death of Miss Hire. Then we have other issues with city council and people not wanting to respect someone over the one thing in the universe that naturally you don't have a fucking say in. See, you can change your gender. If tomorrow I wanted to wake up and become a hot, sexy chick, there's going to be a lot of praying done in that, especially for up here. But for down here and everything, you know, a couple of $1,000s, got some breast implants. A couple of times under the knife and my 3 best friends are gone. You know, and you can do that because you can change your gender. You can't change your race. You can't. You can want to. You can. Hi, today I'm going to be a white man, and I'm going to talk like the stereotypical white man sounds to black comedians. But I know plenty of white people who sound just like me. But we don't have to talk ignorant, and we can carry on a conversation with them. I'm fairly educated. They're probably higher educated than me, and some of them aren't as educated as me. But we still sound exactly the same. Now, every now and again, I hear a white man go, "What's up, my nigga?" Okay? But I'm nobody's nigga. But I'm really not down with being called chief either. But that was a high school bad experience that I never want to relive. But you know, you get to a point in life where we have to just grow the fuck up. So here's the problem with America. We all need to grow the fuck up. It's really that simple. You can't change your race. I can have surgery, get my eyes to widen a little bit more, you know, and maybe I'll look more black. I can get a bigger nose, and maybe I'll look more black. But I'm happy with my nose. It's the best part of my face. You know, my eyes only squint when I smile, and I only smile when I'm fixing to punch someone in the face, or if something really funny happens, like somebody who walks past my window and falls on some ice or something. As long as they're not hurt, it's all good. But if it's a hot chick and she falls and her boobies pop out, yes! That's a 2-for-1 sale. Because I get to see free boobs and an accident. And I get to laugh about it because she'll never see me. Now, funny thing, you know, black people here in America, I'm going to say this because I suffer from this too. Alright? We have built-in self-hatred. Alright? Hold on. This is where things get fun. Asian people here in America have built-in self-hatred. And why do we all have built-in self-hatred? Because no one wants to be black and no one wants to be Asian. We all want to be white. Because white people are the pinnacle of success in America and in most of the world. Now the reason that is because of superior firepower, thanks to Marco Polo stealing gunpowder from the Chinese, taking it to Europe, and then all these weapons that were manufactured to fire musket balls and guns, trump bow and arrows. And then there's cannonballs. Okay? So generally superior intellect could win a fight if we actually take the time to use it instead of trying to figure out how to get more dangerous weapons into the hands of our oppressors, or get dangerous weapons out of the hands of our oppressors. So now let's bring it on back down to the subject of racism. Alright. There have been many times where I've seen a hot white chick who has not been allowed to date me because of the simple fact that I am a black man. I might treat that white chick like she's God's greatest gift to mankind. However, that being said, her parents might be old school racists, come from old money, don't want nobody like me anywhere near her daughter or their daughter. But that daughter will go out and fall in love with somebody like me, have a little sex, walk away and tell them, you know, I can't be with you, I can't procreate with you because my parents are racist, and they'll either kill me or they'll kill you or they'll kill both of us. They'll kill the unborn child. But more importantly, if I marry somebody who's my color, it doesn't matter if he beats my ass. It doesn't matter if he stomps me to death while I'm pregnant, can't defend myself. But that's what my parents want. And so what do blacks and Asians do? Well, Michael Jackson became a white man. Simple as that. Vitiligo. I know people who have vitiligo. And yes, it's blotchy and it's spotty. And I know people who are technically albinos, who are black people, but they just look white. You know, from a lack of pigmentation. Michael Jackson only tried to become white because somebody had a computer which made his face progress with age progression program to look like an ape. Michael believed that shit, and off with his nose went. And then more shit. Next damn thing you know, he starts becoming lighter and lighter with bleaching his skin treatment and things like that. Now, I'm not here to offend anyone who loves Michael Jackson because I love Michael Jackson, but here's the hardcore truth. The people I know that have vitiligo, it really does cover 90% of their body. And makeup works wonders. Now, if you can't afford makeup, you just deal with it. You know? I want to be a full-blooded Cherokee. That shit ain't happening. Because I can't take away my black heritage. I can denounce it. I can deny it. But it doesn't change the fact that I'm still black. My birth certificate from the University Hospital says Negro on it. So I'm still legally black. Now, granted, when people look at me, they don't see a black man. And they were like, what are you mixed with? Are you Hawaiian? Are you Samoan? Are you a Mexican? Well, here's the bad news for you. If you're Mexican, technically your ass is Asian because you came from Native American stock. The only reason you speak Spanish is because Cortez conquered your people, just like John Smith and every other European and French person conquered my people up at the top of the American scale, while they conquered yours at the bottom. Cortez and them, they speak Spanish, which is why every tribe from Mexico down to the south tip of Chile, except for that one tribe in the Amazon that nobody fucks with, don't speak their native tongue anymore. And here's where racism takes that hard turn for the left. A lot of young Asian women are naturally beautiful, some of the most beautiful women on the planet. But they get Americanized, so they clip their eyelids. So now they have two eyelids, and they look more white. Some of them marry white men to produce babies to have the eyelids that they don't have. So people can't keep saying, your eyes so squinty you can't see. Okay? I owe that one to Margaret Cho and other Asian comedians that have used Asian eyes as an insult, like Dat Fan and my other favorite, Dr. Ken. But Margaret Cho is my favorite of all, so I like to use her as a reference. Now, no one takes their ethnicity and uses the advantages of them unless you're a black man and a porn star. Yeah. You're a black man and you're a porn star and use your black stereotype racist move where your shit's this big while your white competitor is like a third of that. But some white guys got really big dicks too. I watch a lot of porn. So it's a stereotype. Now, equal size and stature does not have an ethnicity. Well endowed, a lot of Asian women have small boobs. A lot of American Asian women have big boobs. Some real, some not. Oh my God, there's a lot of women in Japan with big boobs. Some real, some are not. So again, stereotypes and racism go hand in hand. Now, I can't say anything about a sideways vagina. I've never seen one. If it exists, I'm more than willing to take a look at it. But I'm not a gynecologist. Every now and again, you get a person with two genetic penises. They may be blessed until it comes to having sex, because maybe both penises don't get hard. Maybe they can only pee out of one. I don't know how that shit works. I'm glad I was normal. But here's the thing. When it comes down to racism, most women like black dick. But they don't marry black dick, or they don't stay with black dick because of their family. Same thing with most black women want to try a white guy. But they don't go with those white guys because of their family and the racism that comes with it. The problem with that is when you let racism get in the way of love, you missed out on something that could have been the greatest gift of all. Now here's a stated fact. Probably not on paper, but a stated fact that most interracial relationships tend to last longer than most black and blacks and Asian and Asians and white and whites. And the reason that is because somewhere in the middle, real love holds you together. Where if you're just with somebody because you're doing it for the sake of your family or the sake of population, you know, you're fucking yourself. Excuse me. Well, I'm going to find out what that looks like. Now, the thing about racism is really simple. You can't change your race. I can't change mine. She can't change hers. Now, let me tell you what you can't change. You can get facelift, so you can knock off 20 years. You can get a dick implant, so your dick is as big as mine. You can get boob implants. You can bleach your skin. Can't change your DNA. Not in the least. I will never be able to become a white man. Even if I had the money like Michael Jackson to bleach my skin, I'm still going to produce a black baby or a little mixed baby. If I'm a full Asian, unless I sleep with someone white or black, I'm going to produce a mixed baby. You understand? Those are things that we can't change, and these are the things we don't want to address. So here's the things that we all have in common. If I cut my hand right now, my blood will be red. If all of you cut your hands, your bloods will be red. If I take a punch in the gut, I'm doubling over. Unless you're really tough, you're doubling over too. If I punch you in the throat, or if you punch me in my throat, the breath is stopped. And if we're not breathing, we don't have a fighting chance of winning the fight. Again, you can change your face. You can bleach your skin. You can do everything against your ethnicity and ethicals, but you will still be who you are on the outside, on the inside. Because no matter what you do, you can't change your DNA. If you're white, be white. Be proud. If you're black, be black. Be proud. Stop doing stupid shit so that the rest of us can be proud. If you're Asian, be Asian. Don't do stupid shit so the rest of them can be proud. I'm mixed. So I'm going to close this video with this. When black people do stupid shit, I can deny that. I'm black. Like I did when the DC Sniper came out. Well, I was all Cherokee then. Standing Rock came out, I'm all Cherokee. Because they're not doing anything. But when the Navajo and the Sioux start having all these alcohol problems, and people ask me, what's my ethnicity? I'm like, yeah, I'm black and I'm white. See what I did there? Now those are examples. But the truth of the matter is, when they started having all these Navajo gangs and stuff, and the Navajo reservation, and it was causing problems, I still didn't deny my Native American heritage at all. And then, you know, when people who are Asian ask me, well, what are you mixed with? Well, I'm Cherokee. It's like, oh, well, what's that? It's like, First Nation. No. And they're like, oh, okay. And they're like, well, you know, Native Americans are Asian. And I said, that depends on who you ask. Because technically, Eskimos are Asian too. But they're not counted as Native Americans by law. I don't understand how that works. But they are of Native American stock. Because Native Americans are of Mongoloid stock. Which, Mongoloids legally means Asian. Don't ask me who came up with these, because it's Caucasians, Niggerists, and Mongoloids. So, you're of those three. Google that shit, because I probably said it all wrong. But here's the thing about racism. The reason why racism won't stop is because no one's trying to stop it. It's also a means of population control. Think about that shit. Think about that shit real deep and heavy as I come to the end of this video. Most of racism is about population control. Because if you can control the populace, and as long as everyone's not the same, we all function well. But you wipe out every other race but the primary race, and you leave everyone else out, and you put this race here, this race here, and this race here. What do you get? You get a giant clusterfuck. Because no one wants to get along, because the top race wants to be the only people in charge. And they fear other races getting in charge. But here's the thing. On Earth, no one's really in charge. Earth is. And on that day, did the animals uprise and decide to destroy us all? Or, God forbid, aliens come from outer space? Is that what it's going to take for us to stop looking at each other for skin tone? Slanted eyes, crooked teeth, bad smiles? Or are we all going to grow up and sit down and talk about what is it about my skin tone that I can't change, that you can't stand? What is it about my eyes that when I smile, I become more Asian looking than black, that you can't stand? What is it about an Asian man who likes to eat rice, a Native American who likes to eat corn, a Mexican who loves tacos, a black man who likes steak, and a white man who likes Gouda that we don't like? What is it? Gouda doesn't hurt anyone. It's not hurting the guy that's eating it. Might make his shit smell funny, but so does asparagus. Who drinks and eats that shit? What is it about tacos that you don't like? What is it about corn? What is it about rice? What is it about sushi that you can't stand that we eat this shit? Well, here's the thing. A lot of Native Americans had to do some whaling, just like Eskimos in Alaska had to do whalings. Well, the tribes in Oregon and in Seattle, their primary food was whales, just like Eskimos. And then whaling became illegal. Funny how that works out, right? You can't kill but maybe 1 or 2 whales for tribal traditions, when before they got here, there was abundance of whales that they could kill. And a whale could feed a whole village for about 8 months, depending on the populace of that village. But see, here's the thing about tribes. You can have 3 tribes of the same tribe, but there's more villages of those tribes, and they need to eat. Because the primary function of man is to survive. And all men, black, white, Asian, whatever, we're at the top of the food chain for a reason. But the only reason why we're not going to be at the top of the food chain is because we're the most dangerous killers of them all. And what do we do best? We kill our own. So we need to stop being racist and start being real. And once we guys can get that down and actually sit in a room, get 2 white men, 1 right brain, 1 left brain, 2 black men of the same, 2 Asian men of the same, and then get the same amount of women of the same ethnicities and actually sit down and listen to them and everyone else. And we can wipe out racism by understanding that we can't change our race. The cultural divide is the thing that destroys us, but it should be the thing that unites us. I'm not saying you have to dance around in a circle to make it rain with me. But I'm also saying I shouldn't have to be a NASCAR fan with you. Here's your space, here's mine. When we need each other, we should be able to talk like adults. And not, well, that Native American snuck over there and punctured my tires with his bow and arrow. Or that black guy came over here and unleashed his pit bull on my little border collie. Or that Asian dude unleashed his chow on the black guy's pit bull, who he thought was my border collie, which caused a fucking clusterfuck. And now me and the Asian and the black guy are all fighting over shit that animals can be replaced. You might not get that same love from a new animal, but you might get better love. You never know. But at the same time, if we all raised our pets properly and did the right thing all the time instead of when it's necessary or when it's convenient, we wouldn't have any problems on Earth, on any continent. And until we all learn that, we got a long way to go. Now, we've come a long way, but not long enough when something as small as farting in an elevator can make somebody bring out the worst in us all. And farts do stink, by the way. Haven't smelled the fart that doesn't, unless they're really loud. Anyway, I'm James Williams Jr. We want to stop racism? Start by looking in the mirror. Find out what you don't like about you, then find out what you don't like about other people, and mostly racism is all about skin tone. That's it. The one thing in the world that no one can change makes everybody hate everybody else. And that's just a damn shame. So much potential in the human race if we just learn how to love each other for our face. I'm James Williams Jr. Come for having number 2. Be seeing you.